Well, thank you for joining us. I'm Jeff Blubaugh, Sedgwick County Commission, District 2. I'm joined here with my colleague, Commissioner Pete Meitzner, District 1, and just like to take a moment to kind of discuss some of the differences between the city and the county. And I thought it'd be perfect to have this discussion with Councilmember Meitzner because we served on the Wichita City Council. You started in 2011, I started in 2013, and we worked together for several years and just kind of talk about some of the things. Councilmember or Commissioner, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, it's funny because the public, you're saying council member,
Yeah.
and the public call me council member, call everybody commissioner. The public doesn't know a difference between the city and county too much, but that's okay too.
Commissioner, what got you into politics to begin with whenever you took that jump to go ahead and put your name out there and run for city council back in 2011?
We all think that we have a little bit of politics in us. We sit around and talk about it at the dinner table or family reunions or at the local bar or whatever. So everybody's got a little bit of that in them. And but what got me involved was I was the head of a publicly traded company, and we ended up selling it. And they had their own leadership, and so I was not part of that. And I was always involved in the community and the church and Lord's Diner and other things. And a lot of people came to me and said, "Hey, we need a business person downtown at City Hall. It's was lacking a little bit of a business approach to governing." And I said, "Well, I can do that because everybody thinks they can do it." And sure. So one thing led to another. Never really intended. Kind of got talked into it, and so got involved at the city level for a few years, and then the county vacated a spot, and with Dave Unruh retiring, and so came to the county. So that's what got me involved.
And I remember around that time period, I was on the Goddard School Board in 2011, met you in that 2012 time frame, and I remember you kind of had the reputation as the business guy and kind of coming in here and trying to use a business lens for a lot of this. So kind of jump into the next question. This is one thing that you had reached out to me about. We accomplished quite a bit whenever we were on the city council. I was pretty excited about it. And one of the conversations you and I had is you told me that county commission can be a little different. We built a ballpark, we built an airport, we did a lot of infrastructure. You said it's not going to quite be like that. It's going to be quite a bit different. And I'm already experiencing that as well.
And I'm glad, Jeff, that you had that experience at the city council because you do see the more visible things that what the city does. Well, the city obviously and the county have fire departments and police departments and law enforcement, public works, but the county really has some of the bones of the community. I'll be in meetings where I'll say, we have to do 911, that's 24/7, EMS, ambulance, the jail. We're required to do these things. The court system, we have to have it, but I think maybe 90-ish or 95% of the public, of the 500,000 people, may never use the court system unless you're a juror or you're an attorney. You get summons. Obviously the jail is a whole different environment, but same with the ambulance. We have to have them. It's a daunting task. It's expensive, and it's part of our stuff we have to do.
Look at some of the similarities and differences. We had about 15, 16 departments at the city, and we've got 45, 46 over here. And it was, we had that little different style of government. Had that city manager. While we do have a county manager, we really didn't have any direct reports. It was 3,000 employees, the city manager, and then us. A little different structure over here.
Over here, there's there's 5 or 6 other electeds that are publicly elected. So, and there's, 20 judges that are elected, and we have to fund and support the whole court system, but all those judges are independently elected. So it's a little bit different. We control the purse strings, so to speak, but we don't really, we can't tell them how to run their office because they're elected that way. So yeah, that's a difference, big difference.
Yep. And one of the things that we've discussed as well, when you were on the city council, how many folks reached out to you about their property taxes versus how many people, reach out to you today? We're only 25% of that tax bill, but it seems like because the assessor is with the county, we hear a lot more about it than what you did at the city. Is that your experience as well?
yeah. At the city, hardly anything other than maybe some serious discussion with maybe a business or a business owner trying to say, hey, this is crazy. It's more of a high level business discussion versus property tax per se. It's a lot. Yeah, we get a lot of feedback because our logo is on the envelopes that goes out, and all we are is an extension of a state system, a statewide system that we are required to perform on under the state rules. So.
Well, I'm excited to be working with you. I think we have a great team here. Again, I think we'll be leaning to you a lot toward the business lens, but we do have some pretty good business experience here on the commission as well. So it's that was your major. I think everybody thought of you as a business guy, but now we've kind of got a team of good business folks.
We've got yourself joining is really good. Stephanie brings a great commercial real estate background. Ryan Beatty is wonderful with what his. So we've really changed the makeup of our commission to a pretty knowledgeable in the community commission as far as economic impact, things like that. And then of course Commissioner Howell brings a lot of data and study. He's really into the state processes, and so it's a good mix. We've got a good commission right now.
A lot of good synergy. So, well, thanks a lot for joining us. If anyone would ever like to reach out to me directly, my email is jeff.blubaugh@sedgwick.gov. I go ahead and throw my personal cell out there, 316-640-0656. A lot of times a text will get back to you a little bit quicker than a call, but for sure reach to me either way.
Yeah, and mine as well is pete.meitzner, MEITZNER @sedgwick.gov. And I've got my cell phone as well. It's 214-3873. And glad to visit. And thanks, Jeff, for this opportunity. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. Glad to have you.